Ahoy there, and welcome to this Pirates Parley!
Today is the day we've waited many years for. Gameland Games has added a new game to their tiny epic line, and it's Pirates!
Finally!
Now, let's drop it on the table and have a look.
Now, first of all, this is just a prototype, so parts and pieces may change during production, but I don't expect them to affect gameplay.
Here's our play area. Each player has a helm and legend map to plan their moves, a community market map to track commerce and ship stats, and of course, the wide open sea, arr.
Starting with the first player, you'll move your captain's token around this randomized queue to see what the captain's orders will be for your turn. And each player is likely to have a different arrangement of commands.
This will dictate the majority of the action.
You can move a deckhand from their previous assignment up to the wheel, and the captain will skip over that space, thus traversing the wheel of orders faster, after which the deckhand returns to a regular assignment. Those assignments grant various bonuses when there's a deckhand at their post, so moving it away means losing out on said bonus. So be sure you know what you're doing.
This is what keeps the game interesting and sets it apart from other sea exploration games. You've got to plan ahead and decide which bonuses you can live without in favor of skipping ahead to more effective orders.
If you land on plunder and you're on a matching space, draw booty from the pouch and add it to your ship.
And then when it's time to trade, sell those crates to the appropriate merchants, if you can get to one. Then just trade up to 3 of the same type in exchange for that amount in gold. The booty crates are arranged in demand order, so selling one type lessens its value, but increases the others.
When you crew up, take one of the face-up crew cards and add its bonuses to your ship, replacing the one you recruited in the lineup. This is also when you can mutiny. Flip your captain to the other side. But think it through, because this is one of those once-per-game kind of things.
And then there's search. Search means you can flip the search token on your space and take the effect if it says now, or save it for later if it says, well, later.
And of course, attack! You can attack merchants for their gold and booty, or another player's ship to increase your legend. Like with other tiny epic games, this system allows you to increase your prowess via extra dice, sailing power, and of course, one-time only bonuses.
Now, if you don't do so well in the fight, you're liable to get jostled. This means one of your deckhands gets knocked down to the lower decks and has to sleep it off. But you can get him back later, so onward.
Losing in combat also grants you surefire tokens, which allows you to change a die result to a value of your choosing after a roll. These can really turn the tide.
In combat, you roll your dice and compare with the values atop your captain and crew cards. Every match is a success. Your crew may even grant you an extra success. And deckhands assigned to cannons do the same.
The best result wins, naturally, and all sail away to fight again another day.
Once you've rounded the wheel, you cross the ship line and decide whether you wish to hide out or not.
Meaning the top space can be skipped without a deckhand.
But landing there means you should sail for an empty cove and park your ship for repairs. Rearrange your deckhands however you like, including those sailors in timeout, and you're ready to get back in the game.
Sailing happens before orders are executed, so you have time to get into position before the action starts. But beware of storms. They'll jostle your crew again. However, it costs less to bury treasure there, and the plundering yields more booty, so weathering the storm can be worth your while, so long as you hold fast.
Carrying out your captain's orders may on occasion trigger bonus actions from your captain or crew cards. If the leftmost icon matches the order of this turn, then you may take the effect of the icons to the right. So stocking up on crew is a wise strategy, mate. But the limit is 4 crew, so see to it ye enlist the most hardy of sailors.
The bonus actions are also your chance to bury some treasure, so sail to the appropriate spot and bring some gold. It takes vast resources to make a deposit of this size. But getting 3 treasures in the ground is the victory condition, so get to that as soon as you can manage.
Now about that ship line. If you cross it, another player will move the merchants towards the opposite port than the one they started from. And then the Navy ship will come for you. Surviving its onslaught is all about distance. The more treasure you've buried, the faster it'll sail for you. And if it catches you, all of your poor deckhands get jostled down below. Bummer. But the good news is that you'll receive gold for each deckhand on the extort deck assignment.
The turns happen pretty fast once you get rolling. and everyone keeps going until the aforementioned 3 treasures from 1 player are buried. Then continue until all players have had the same number of turns, and count them up to see who won.
Now for a tiny epic rundown of the good and the bad. First, the good. If you're not overly fond of heavily competitive, take-that kinds of experiences, then you'll like the combat system. It's got all the action of high seas naval combat, without the punishing effects of a poor roll that'll make you feel like you'll never come back up. In fact, losing combat is how you acquire the surefire tokens, so being on the wrong side of chance isn't that bad. The fun continues.
Also, the random queue of commands on their rondel system cannot be praised enough. Having each player working toward different orders keeps the game from feeling like a race in the same direction.
Plus the ability to skip orders and position your deckhands for various bonuses according to what you'll need on a future turn will keep you thinking.
There's a lot to consider.
And there's no hidden information, at least between players. The booty, search tokens, and of course the dice keep random elements shaking up the game, but overall everyone has access to the same information. It's just a matter of planning ahead.
Now for the bad. Well, that is the only potentially negative aspect that we noticed. Were it not for the legend and wheel systems, this might just be another pick up and deliver, sea exploring, treasure burying game with a sprinkle of combat along the way. And that's what a casual passerby might see on the table as they take a quick glance. But I'm happy to say that though it utilizes some very familiar elements, this one is far more clever than many on our shelves. I think the mechanics overshadow the theme, which is great because, let's face it, not everybody likes the pirate thing.
What?
I know, right?
But the management and planning in this tiny epic game makes it a win for us, and is likely to win over non-believers as well.
Well, that's all we've got to say about Tiny Epic Pirates.
It's up on Kickstarter at the moment, so there's still time to set a course and join up. Be sure to take a look.
We'd like to thank you for stopping in for this Pirates Parley, where we strive to bring you the pirate's perspective on games and whatever strikes our fancy.
It's time now to welcome our newest patron to the crew, Terry Robinson.
Welcome to the crew, matey.
I see many fine adventures on the horizon.
In fact, if you'd like to join our hearty crew, head over to our Patreon and sign the roster.
There's plenty of shenanigans for all.
And thanks to all for stopping by. Stay safe.
Stay awesome.
And we'll see you next time.